Capricorn, welcome to your reading. So what I'm going to do is probably not hold on to these cards that well. So let's start with your current energy and see where you are. I love these cards. They're beautiful, but I struggle with holding on to them because my hands are small and the cards are big. Tell me about your past. And your strength. What else do you need to know? Your hopes or fears? Ah, okay. We'll see if the Empress shows up. So looking here, bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords energy, whatever's happening here. So Queen of Swords, male or female, it's just the energy of the card. There's something that has become very clear to you. You are emotionally disconnecting from something. Queen of Swords, lots of clarity, objectively looking at the situation, understanding how things played out, understanding what your role might have been. There's a lot that's coming through with this card. It is some sort of emotional disconnect or detachment is probably the better way to say it. So there's something here that you're releasing connected to your past. When I look at your current energy, so what that release is doing is actually it's helping you here. So there might be a relationship that is being benefited by this release, whatever it is that you're letting go of, because the Lovers is showing up in your current energy and it's influenced here by the Page of Swords. So it does look like there might be some sort of conversation with another person. It could be about this release. It does feel like it's a little interesting here. So the page is holding on to these light bulbs and it's like, okay, well, I understand everything now, which is also the Queen of Swords energy. So there's no reason for me to hold on to it. She's about to let go of all of that. So there might have been miscommunications here in the past. That might be what you're letting go of. The universe wants you to focus on this Hermit energy. So this is a lot of thinking before you speak, but it's also about some sort of internal processing. There's some sort of healing that needs to take place. So if there was some sort of miscommunication with your partner as it relates to anything, any kind of aspect of the relationship, you might have been responding to some sort of trigger. Your response might have been out of proportion, or maybe something that you didn't like about yourself coming to the surface. That is something that you need to do some sort of inner shadow work in order to heal. And so when something happens like that and you have this immediate kind of gut reaction that just does seem out of context or out of proportion, or it just affects you in such a deep way, you have to learn to work with the energy to be able to heal from that energy. And that's what the Hermit is all about. King of Pentacles is showing up in the past here. So male or female is just the energy of the card. This is about feeling very grounded, very practical, creating something here that has some sort of long-term staying power. The Pentacles take a long time to unfold. So this is really coming down to setting yourself up for some sort of long-term success. Your strength here is the Judgment card. So this is about very clear decision making. Whatever it is that you're doing, it's very clear. You're not second guessing yourself. Eight of Wands is showing up in your near future. So this is some sort of action. There might be communication connected to it. Whatever's happening here is happening pretty quick. So you might be setting yourself up for long-term success, but this is really more connected to that Queen of Swords energy where let's have the conversation. Let's get everything out in the open. Let's be very open and honest and direct about things. This way we can kind of put it behind us. When I look at how the universe is shaping the situation here, so I am getting the Three of Wands and the Four of Wands. So the Three of Wands is about patience, but it's about the journey. There's something here that you need to kind of let happen, let things unfold. Don't try to rush the situation here. Four of Wands, there's a lot of longevity connected to this. So Four of Wands is one of the marriage cards within tarot. So this could be, so Lovers, the Four of Wands showing up. This could be somebody here that you might be already married to, or maybe somebody that you would see as kind of a marriage partner potential. And so you want to take things right. You want to take things slow, let things happen the way they're supposed to, have the conversations along the way so that you don't get caught up and break up over something that was easily solved if you had just talked about it. King of Cups is showing up in your hopes or fears position. So this is about really getting in touch with your emotional side, really kind of digging deep, wanting to be open and available for that kind of energy where you are able to speak about how you feel and really have that healthy conversation. Three of Pentacles showing up. So I am seeing the building of some sort of relationship here. And so that Three of Pentacles, let's work on this together. Let's create something here for the long term. Love to see that. Let's get some additional details here. It's this bottom card. So with the Lovers and the Page of Swords, I'm getting the Six of Wands. Whatever it is that you're letting go of, whatever conversation you're having with this other person to say, let's put the past behind us, let's clear up any kind of misunderstandings, it's going to work in your favor. That Six of Wands is the card of success. With the Hermit, I'm getting the Nine of Pentacles. So really doing that work, focus on your own abundance, really setting yourself up for, again, long-term success here. Nine of Pentacles is you being able to create an environment where you can prosper. The Nine of Pentacles becomes a Ten of Pentacles when you add somebody else into the mix. And so what you're doing is being encouraged to do the work that you need to do on yourself so that you, when the time comes to have somebody else in the mix with you, this person, this Lover's energy, the Four of Wands, you already have a solid foundation together, individually and together. King of Pentacles, I'm getting the Hanged Man. King of Pentacles, Hanged Man. So Hanged Man is about delays. It's about kind of things taking some time to unfold. Same with the King of Pentacles energy. But the Hanged Man is about seeing things from a different perspective. And it feels like this is probably what happened here in the past. When you take a look at what do you want for yourself long term, what do you need to do to establish that kind of life, you really had to take a different look at things, which is actually where the Queen of Swords comes into play as well. Because the Queen of Swords will take that objective view of a situation, remove emotion from it in order to see things clearly. And it feels like that's what happened here in the past. You were looking at it through the lens of, how do I make sure I get what I want long term? I need to see it differently. With the Judgment card, I am getting the Four of Swords with the Magician. So you are very clear in your decision-making process. You are working on your healing. You're working on creating the type of life that you want for yourself. And so very clear, this is exactly what you're doing. Nothing is going to take you off course. Very much a Capricorn type of energy. When you've set goals for yourself, you're going to achieve them no matter what, because you've set these strategies into place to make sure that those are accomplished, because the strategies are very practical and achievable. And so that's what you're doing. That's your strength. Keep being your Capricorn self. That is going to work in your favor. With the Eight of Wands, I'm getting the King of Pentacles. I love this. So this is some sort of conversation around a long-term connection with another person. So I am getting, the only Queen was showing up here where you were emotionally detaching. The Kings are showing up. And so I'll be curious to see if I start getting more of the other person, because right now this is all showing up as you. And even though I'm getting that, normally I would get Kings as one person, Queens as another, but you're actually showing up as all of it. So your subconscious is Queen energy, and in the 3D, you're King energy. So I'm just calling that out because the King is more action oriented. So even when it comes to any of these that are more like the King of Cups being a feelings card, this is some sort of action oriented. This is something that you want to act on. And so when I see the King of Pentacles showing up with the Eight of Wands, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish here, whatever conversation you're having, whatever it is that your actions that you're going to take, they're grounded in your future. And it is action. With the Three of Wands, I'm getting the Page of Cups. So being patient, letting things unfold, Page of Cups. Let's take some baby steps here, have some conversation around exactly what we both want. Tell me about the Four of Wands. Temperance. So Four of Wands, Temperance. I mean, Temperance, it's the card of Sagittarius, but it's a lot of optimism connected to it. It is a lot of that balance, but a yin-yang type of balance where it's never just 50-50. So even within you, if this is a balancing internally of the masculine and feminine that exists within all of us, this Temperance energy is constantly trying to balance it out. And what you can actually see in this card specifically, I don't know if it's going to be able to pick up on camera, but one is fire, one is water. And so there's a lot of balancing it out. When the fire gets to be too hot, pour some water on it. When the water gets to be too cold, heat it up. So there's something about that where it's a very balanced type of energy. King of Cups, High Priestess, trusting your instincts, feeling very grounded and open from an emotional standpoint, but it's also about trusting yourself. All the answers you need are actually within you when it comes to how to navigate this relationship and create the life that you want. Tell me about the Three of Pentacles. Nine of Wands. That's interesting. You are actually going to be very protective of this connection. You're not going to let anybody tell you that this is not the right person for you, or I'm getting the words too soon. So I don't know if somebody might be telling you that it's too soon for you to go into some sort of relationship like this or to jump into something like this, but you're not really jumping into it. You've actually been doing a lot of work on yourself and continue to do work on yourself to set yourself up for that long-term success. That's interesting. You are very protective of it. Let me get some additional guidance cards on the Nine of Wands. One more. Yeah, this is why. So Seven of Wands, you're going to stand up for yourself. You're not going to let other people bully you or kind of tell you anything that you should or should not be doing when it comes to this relationship. Five of Cups, because you're seeing things as they really are. That Five of Cups is about a change in perspective, and we saw that here in the past, and that change in perspective is what allows you to really move forward with this other person. Even if it does take some time for it to get to the point where you want it to be, you've made the right decision. You're moving forward. Hierophant. So we've got Lovers, Four of Wands, and Hierophant showing up. Hierophant is another marriage card within tarot. And so there's something about this person and this connection where you see a lot of longevity. So there's no reason to give up on it. There's a lot of reason to invest in it, and you're just not letting anybody tell you different. So Capricorn, this is your reading. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.